this is Terry Waltz, and today I'd like to take you on a quick tour of the Zhongwen Bu Mafan Student Resource Package. Now, this is an online package that gives your students an interactive way to do more practice with the literacy that they're learning, the characters, the phrases, reading and writing. And it also has some cool listening and speaking assessments thrown in. So to get to the package, you're going to go to the Zhongwen Bu Mafan homepage and go up here to the upper right-hand corner where it says Login. I really wish they would make that bigger. I'm going to click on Login, and it takes me to the login page where I put in my information and enjoy my view of iced tea in the background. And then it takes me to my dashboard. So here are the student resources. So in the student resources, you can see that there are a variety of activities. There are listening, reading, words and characters, writing, speaking, and assessments. And right now, the speaking prompt doesn't have anything in it, but it will in a little bit. So under one of these, for example, for listening, you would just click on the activity. Your student would do the same. And you get the game. So this is your regular memory game. Be at a place.
好吃
So they have to listen to the word and see if it is the same.
吃在
Oh, I think I remember that one, right?
在
And it matches, just like the regular memory game, but we're using our ears first. Remember, early on in the lesson, we're always going to try to use ears rather than eyes. We don't want our students getting pinyin accent by trying to sound out pinyin letters as beginners. We all know what that sounds like. So we're going to be adding to these as well. On the reading section, we have a whole bunch of cool interactive things to work with. First of all is the Flipbook for the lesson. So your students can read the storybook that you did for cold character reading by themselves. This is a smaller version, but you can also go up here and make it full screen, and it's very large. And you'll notice the student flipbook shows 2 pages at the same time, unlike the teacher version, which only shows 1. That's because it's much easier to teach cold character reading if they're only seeing 1 slide at a time, rather than looking ahead and seeing and reacting to other characters and illustrations and things like that. Okay, so this is included in each one of the courses, the flipbook for that particular lesson. And then below the flipbook, we have all kinds of reading exercises. We have a rubric, which can be used if they're doing peer reading. It's a fill-in online type thing with the rubric. So you could put students in a breakout room together or something like that. And these are just questions that we use to help students become better peer readers, to help them become little independent groups after doing cold character as a class once or twice, who are able to review that text and help each other read. And these are just a series of questions that help them do that. We also have some exercises. For example, here's a drag the captions exercise. So, and these are in preview, but your students would be tracked. So here are 4 illustrations and captions that go with them. So we need to, what's going on with my size today? It's very strange. We need to find the caption that goes with each one. Spaghetti, Giuseppe 想吃 spaghetti de pizza. I think that's maybe this one. And Giuseppe Ku, Inway, Penguin Pizza. Okay, that's definitely that one. And Giuseppe goes to Baba John's. I think that's that one because I just think so. And this one. And then when we get done, I'm going to check my answers. Oh, and it didn't come out right, did it? I've got 2 right and 2 wrong. It shows 0 out of 4 because it's an all or nothing on this one. Either I get the points or I don't for the exercise. So I'm going to hit the retry button. And this time, maybe I'll get the answers right. This one, he goes to Baba John's. Okay, and now I'm going to hit check. And hooray, I got it all right. And then I would go on to the next question, and it's asking me to write in English what each of these captions means. Okay, so these are all things that are intended to make students read. We want them to read and reread and read again so that they become very natural and easy readers, that they don't have to worry about things like that. So you can see we have a lot of exercises based on the actual text. We also have exercises based on parallel text. So Peter Penguin is another story that uses exactly the same words and characters as you see in Giuseppe's story, but it's a different story. It has different questions, different answers, different activities. Okay, for example, here's a Peter Penguin fill in the blanks. And for this, we have to drag the right word over to the thing. Now, this is an early reading exercise, so we're not really having them recognize characters for the answers, just we're looking at, do their brains make sense of this Chinese so they can put in an English word and there's no question about whether they understand these words. So Peter Penguin 不想吃 spaghetti pizza, Peter Penguin 想吃 sardine 因为 something to pizza 好吃, so I think sardine is the right answer. I'm going to drag it right over there. And then when I'm done with that, I can check, and it does show me this one was correct, but I've still got some empty boxes there, of course, so I would hit retry and go again. All right, so that's how those work. We have a number of different kinds of exercises like that. We also have purely word and character exercises like flashcards and vocabulary matching. We have exercises to let them put characters with pinyin, to let them put characters with English, to let them put pinyin with English, all kinds of ways. Then we get down to the writing section. The writing section provides a lot of exercises for writing. And in this case, writing in a lot of cases is fill in the blank because we're online here and we're not assuming that everyone is able to input Chinese on a computer, particularly in lesson 1 like this. So we're doing a lot of scrambled sentences and close exercises and filling in the blanks on the actual text. So if your kids are having the Giuseppe Flipbook open in one window and this exercise in another and they're looking back, we don't care. Why? Because they're reading again. They have to read, and that's what we want to have happen here. Okay. Under speaking, I don't have it in here right now, but this will be things like picture prompts. That a very interesting picture that lets them speak a lot of language. Like here's one, describe the picture under assessments. So this could be a picture for a spoken assessment or for a reading assessment, or a writing assessment, sorry. And you could have them write in pinyin, you could have them write in characters depending on how your course is set up. You could even have them just use this picture for the assessment, write on hard copy, take a picture of it and email it to you in some way. So these are very flexible. Again, Zhongwen Bu Mafan is described to give you a lot of options. We want to take a simple story, like Giuseppe, Egbert, Mildred, any of the stories in this series. We want to give the students lots and lots of input on that language so they are absolutely comfortable with it. Have them read the story and succeed in reading. This is level appropriate reading. Reading is not the time to stretch them. We want them to succeed. Characters can be hard if they're not done this way. They're not done easily and on language that they know already. And then we follow it up with as many or as few of these exercises as a teacher wishes to assign. We're going to hopefully be putting a resource with thumbnails or at least a list of these exercises into the Zhongwen Bu Mafan, a year of input course, so that teachers can see what exercises are available if they subscribe students to the student resources. Now, the student resources is interactive. It is designed as a subscription product where each student has their own subscription. It's like a workbook, only it's a little bit nicer because they're not going to lose it. They don't have to write in it, anything like that. It's automatic. It is self-checking in most cases. So you do need one subscription for each student who is going to use the system. Okay, because we're providing this video as a look, and because we will have those thumbnails or descriptions in the Zhongwen Bu Mafan, a year of input resource, we really strongly discourage one-off subscriptions. If you order one copy or one subscription to this resource, I'm not going to be activating it until I've talked with you about why you're only getting one copy, because that's not going to work for your students. You need one subscription for each student. I hope this has given you a good look at some of the exciting stuff we have in the Zhongwen Bu Mafan Level 1 resources. You might be asking, why would I subscribe to this instead of just doing a word wall kind of thing where I can make my own exercises? Well, first of all, these are all made. You don't have to make them. And it takes a long time to make exercises like this, even if you're using a product that helps you do it, like a word wall or something. But the other thing is, very importantly, because this is a Zhongwen Bu Mafan product, we can use the text. In a word wall product or anything you make yourself, you are not allowed to use sentences and paragraphs from the Zhongwen Bu Mafan or any other textbook. So this is very Bu Mafan. And we also have the fantastic Christine Wogstad, who is living out in Hawaii and spends a lot of time every day working with these exercises, writing more of them, and generally making this course the very best that she can for all of your student readers. And because Christine was instrumental in helping develop cold character reading right at the beginning, there's nobody I would rather have writing these exercises. She really gets it. Okay, well, that's a look at the Zhongwen Bu Mafan student resources. This is just the first lesson or the first module in there, of course. There is a module for each of the lessons in the Zhongwen Bu Mafan Level 1 series. Thanks for listening and have a great day.